Hey folks! Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I am /Kerman, I suppose we can say. And you'll note I've finally updated to version 0.23 after the rescue of Bill Kerman from the orbit of the moon. Since then, I started a completely new save file, Space! Which is a few days in to its space program. And I'll show you what I've done so far to sort of catch up to where I was before, while still kind of playing around with some of the stuff that's in the game. You'll note I have planted a whole bunch of flags. This flag, actually, where is it? It's here, very close to the Kerbal Space Center. Roof breaker landing. This was the very first mission that I flew. You'll note it was 10 minutes after the start of the game that the first suborbital flight landed. It ended up, for some reason, drifting backwards and landing closer to the, or further west from KSC, despite orbital velocity tending to carry it more towards the ocean, but whatever. And I called that Roof Breaker, and it landed there. And then over here, this was the next vessel. That was Orbiter 1. I managed to target it right onto this little island in the middle of this area, which I was very proud of. Let's see, and then Orbiter 2, I think, is this one. Yep, I managed to get it down to the poles to get some additional science that way. And the final landing site was for this guy. Oh no, it's not the final one. Where is... that's interesting. 1, 2, 3... Apparently I did not place a flag... Oh, I must have landed in the water, I think. My moon mission. I only had to send one, because the first one was successful. And apparently I didn't plant a flag for that landing. And then this one, Desert 1 landing site. That is where, Jeb returned to after going to Minmus, which he landed over here, right at the edge of the lake here, so I was able to get 2 different soil samples, because in 0.23, Minmus now has biomes, so it was worth trying to aim for the edge of 2 biomes so that I could grab a sample from both places and increase my science that way. And then we also have Jeb Crater here on the moon, which is obviously where he landed. What did I call it? I'm trying to remember what I called the moon, or the moon mission. Let's see if I have it in my library here. Oh, speaking of library, let's actually check that out real quick. Here's another change in 0.23. First of all, I'll show you the tech tree. Got things pretty much unlocked the same as they were before, I think. May have added a couple of things here and there. You'll note I have 692 science, so we're going to spend that here very shortly. But here in the science archives is the new addition to the game. What does this do, actually? Crew report from Launchpad. Oh, I see. I could just look at it. Werner von Kerman, with his awesome glasses and lab coat, has a selection of science reports and other things over here that you can view from your past missions. So, for example, here's a report from Kerbal Shores that was worth 2.94 science. I think because, essentially, it's the same as this one. So it wasn't worth a whole heck of a lot, as far as, like this one was worth the full value and this one's worth slightly less. And you can filter things down, so this is just science reports pertaining to Kerbal, and these are just the ones that I have for the moon, or for Minmus, and it separates it out, so we've got 2 EVA reports, 2 mystery goo, 2 surface samples, a mobile materials lab, which is that Science Junior, I think. And then landed on the surface. So I've got one report from there, and those EVA report from low in space. Pro tip, I found if you go EVA on the surface of any body in the solar system, and you just hang on to the hatch right above the surface, and you do an EVA report from there, it says that you're, just above the surface. And then you can store that in the capsule, then go down to the surface, get a new EVA report, and that one counts as being on the planet, so it's two completely different reports. Let's spend some science here. I think I'm just going to go right down the line here and grab everything in this line of science without even really paying too much attention to it. I mean, this is mostly spaceplane stuff, I think, which I am not prepared to dive into just yet. What do we got here? Mobile Processing Lab. This is a new thing. Let's see. It says, developed to increase the amount of science we're able to do in the field. So apparently this is, you can take your soil samples and whatnot and put them in this vessel, in this chart component, and get the full science value out of them without having to actually return. So that might be useful in the future. What do we got? Some landing gear here, some better landing struts for like probes. And now we're at 152 science, so let's see what else we have. Heavier rocketry. We've got big fuel tank, skipper liquid engine. What do we have here? Oh, we've got the 3-man crew, pod, a better SAS module, a lander can, some more monopropellant, RCS port, and a bigger parachute. This is the hitchhiker storage container that I brought Bill home with. I think it was earlier in the tech tree before. Maybe not. This all looks like similar parts before. We also have docking components there, so that might be something worth looking into. Here's some more spaceplane stuff. Some probe pieces. Lots of small parts there. Some more electrical, which that's always nice. I think oh, that's 160. Are these all 160? Ah, they're all 160, and I've got 152. So I think maybe today what we're going to try out is building a space plane. I don't know necessarily that we'll get to space with it, mind you, but I think I'd like to try and create some sort of vessel that we can fly around Kerbal a bit with. So let's see, let's call this Luxury 1. And start putting some pieces on here. So we'll put on some jet fuel fuselage like so. Maybe. There we go. I like the look of that. Let's get ourselves a jet engine on there. Actually, maybe not there. What else do we have that's available? Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, radial air intake. Pull in outside air. As long as there are any, as long as there's any outside air to begin with. Makes sense. I think we're gonna need a bunch of these pieces. What do we got? Delta Deluxe Winglet. Let's do that and that. Okay, symmetry only goes that way, apparently. What other pieces do we have? You know, for as few pieces as we have, we might need to just go sort of small. Let me right-click that. Okay, so the other thing that you can do now is these things called tweakables, where I can right-click on this part, and I could say, respond to, pitch, yaw, and roll. Right now, it'll try to respond to everything, but maybe I don't want it to respond to, say, yaw, which would be trying to turn left and right. So I can disable yaw, and it won't actually, the control surfaces on there won't actually react to that. Let's see, tail fin, sure, we'll throw one of those on there. We're just gonna get sort of a basic vessel going, I guess, and see what we can come up with. Standard control surface, winglet, small control surface. I just want something really, really basic. What if I put these on here? Like that. That looks kind of cool. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'll tell you right flat out with this. So there should be plenty of fail involved here. We're gonna need landing gear. So let's get one under here maybe. Okay, and then do we have anything that I can attach the landing gear to? Well, alright, you know what we'll do? We'll do this. We'll just go back here with it. And we'll go symmetry mode. That'll cause it to kind of point up a little bit, which might not be a bad thing. Alright, let's do this one first and see what we get out of it, I suppose. I'm not even sure necessarily that this is going to get off the ground, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, let's put the brakes on. Which I thought was B, but it doesn't seem... Okay, it's responding to it now. Let's do caps lock for fine-tune controls. Let's put the SAS on. Monitor our resources here. Oh, look, intake air. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. Alright, Jeb, let's see what this little bitty vessel can do. Let's go full throttle. I don't know why it's taking so long to throttle up. And 3, 2, 1, launch! Alright, intake air seems to be stabilized now. I'm not even sure what the takeoff... Oh my gosh! Okay, alright, okay, alright. Oh, oh, oh! Okay, that piece is still going. Wow. That was, unexpected. What went wrong there? Let's revert to launch. I mean, this is a tiny vessel, I get that, but it shouldn't have that much of a problem, should it? Maybe we'll leave the SAS off this time and see what happens. Fine-tune controls. And here we go. The camera in chase view. It's not letting me change my angle. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, wow. Alrighty. Let's try that one more time. Okay, before we do anything this time, let's just zoom in and check to see if it's doing what we expect it to do. Alright, I pitch up, and that happens. Pitch down, and that happens. Okay. Try to turn. Nothing happens anywhere. That might be a problem. I try to roll. Okay, and those go. Okay. Alright, let's give this one more shot, and then maybe we'll just be forced to admit that this is a really bad design. Here we go! I'm gonna try and pull up as soon as it lets me. So I'm gonna hold back on the stick. Oh, the brakes are on. The brakes are on. Oh gosh, we're pointing down at... Jeb! No! No, no, no. That was a bad idea, Jeb. Let's try... Let's try that again. Left the parking brake on. And that's pretty funny, because I just recently rewatched the first of the 2 Star Trek reboots. And the same thing happened to Sulu. Alright. Why are the camera's getting really funky? Okay, there we go. Alright, let's try this again. Just hold back on the stick. And hopefully we'll soon get enough. I mean, the vessel should be symmetrical. There's no reason for it to suddenly do that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Huh. Alright, maybe it's time to try a different design. Alright, so I've tweaked things a little bit. First of all, I put 4 landing gear on it so that we're sure that it's level at takeoff. I also decided to go with just 1 fuel fuselage for now, and this one's simply structural. And then, before I put these guys on, I turned on the center of lift and center of mass, respectively, icons, because I wanted to try and center those up as best as I could, in the hopes that maybe that'll do something? Maybe? And I do think I want the tail fin on. Let's turn off the symmetry. And get that on there somewhere. Does that have any impact? No? Okay. And that doesn't have any control surfaces on it at all, so maybe... That one's huge. Maybe we try and put one on it? Like towards the back? Like here maybe? I suppose? And let's just have that be available for yaw maneuvers only, perhaps? And then these guys will have not available for yaw maneuvers. Let's try that and see if that has any impact on our ability to fly this thing. I mean, I'm not trying to get to space with it at all. I'm just trying to get somewhere. Alright, let's try this and see what we get. We'll do that. We'll also do that. See if that helps. Haul back on the stick and turn the engine on. I didn't put any intakes on this at all. Which means this is not gonna go. Genius! Quick! Bring it back into the hangar and slap some intakes on it. Alright, here we go again. Let's do that. Let's put the brakes on. How do I keep them on? I guess I keep them on that way. Let's turn the throttle up all the way. And then the other thing that is interesting to note is that when I added these, they didn't have any impact on the center of mass or center of lift. I didn't expect them to have an impact on center of lift. That's the wing, these delta wings entirely, but I would have thought center of mass would have shifted back some, and therefore I would have had to have moved these, but apparently not, and I don't understand why that would be at all. But let's just check the control surfaces real quick. Okay, that does that. That does that. Alright, that's pretty much as I expected things to go, so let's give this a shot. And I want that on, I want that on. 3, 2, 1, go! Why is it doing that? The brakes are off. I don't understand that at all. Okay, we're going to try this again with the SAS off and see if that gets us anywhere. Come on, Jeb, let's get somewhere for a change, huh? So far, already, it's looking better. We haven't suddenly rolled to the side yet. Ooh, that engine's heating up. I like the way this looks. We'll have takeoff any second now, I'm sure of it. Just gotta get up to speed. Before the end of the runway, please. Starting to get a little nervous. Oh. And yes! We have liftoff! Huzzah! Let's bring the landing gear up. Amazing! It can be done! Oh, Jeb is thrilled! He's absolutely thrilled. Alright, how fast are we going? About 200... I think we took off somewhere around 175, maybe? Let's check out our map. I think we should try and head... Let's head over to that little island that we saw over here. Whoa! What the heck was that? Okay, I don't know if the SAS is doing strange things or what's going on here. But that was very bizarre what just happened. Let's try it without the SAS on. Okay, that doesn't seem to help at all. Can we roll? And then we'll go this way. And then even out. Alright, that seems to do the job okay. Let's try and point more at the horizon a little bit. Yeah, Jeb, that's right. What do you see? Ooh. That is not too shabby. Check out the sunrise happening. Not too shabby at all. Kind of like that view, actually. We're getting a decent amount of speed going, too. And the fuel does not seem to be used all that heavily with these jet engines. What I'd like to do is, at some point in the spaceplane career, I would like to try and get some pieces that I could actually attach more fuel onto the edge and expand outward. These Delta wings, or whatever they're called, Delta Deluxe winglets, they don't have the capability of adding... Yes, thank you. You can go away now. Of adding stuff onto the tips over here. So I was pretty limited on what I could actually build onto this vessel. I had one line here that I was able to do anything with. Yeah, things are going along here pretty well, actually. Slow, but pretty well. I think that's just... That over here, I think is just a clipping issue with the texture. Let's try heading back towards KSC, shall we? Pull around. Pull around. Why are you not pulling around? Let's turn the SAS off. See if that helps at all. Yes, it does seem to. A little bit. Am I just turned over too far? Is that the problem? Whoa. Whoa, it's not handling all that well. All things considered. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Okay, okay, bad things, bad things. The SAS back on here. What the heck was that? Why is it jumping all over the place? It does not seem to be particularly easy to fly. Keeps trying to rebound back, and I don't understand why that would be. I don't think it's an altitude problem. What do we got here? That seems to be doing pretty good. Does that have to do with the gimbaling? Let's lock the gimbal. Let's see if that has something to do with it. I just want to use the control surfaces. Okay, that's helping somewhat. I don't know why that initial turn is so fast, and then, like, if I hold it, it sort of kind of goes. Or for the most part, it's fighting. And I'm guessing that's just wind resistance or something. But I can't really account for it. Our biggest challenge is really going to be landing this thing, such that we can recover it and maybe get a few more science points as a result. Let's lock in here. Ish. Come on, camera. Why can I not move you? Oh, there we go. Alright, so we need to get back over there. There's the roof breaker landing site, just west of KSC. I guess the wind was blowing west, and that's why we landed over there? I don't know. Seemed kind of strange to me. Let's see, how well does it handle time warping? Okay, the hardware time warp seems to confuse the intake. Because at 1 times speed, it's down to 0.75, but I speed it up and it goes all the way up to full. So probably a case for not using that. Let's turn off the SAS. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, let's turn the SAS back on. And can we right ourselves now? And pull up, please, so that we're not pointing at the ground. I've got the fine-tune controls on, and they are very, very finicky. I can't imagine if I were to turn those off how well it would work. Right now, I really want to swing back around, and land back at KSC, but I might have to just settle for landing on any flat surface that I can find. I'm also tempted. I think I have an old joystick somewhere in the house that I might want to try hooking up and seeing if it works. I don't know if Linux is going to recognize it, though. Why am I losing altitude? Yeah, RCS, that's going to help. Just pull up and keep going in this direction. I don't want to lose altitude anymore. There we go. What the heck is that? Oh, it's gone now. I was seeing something down here. It looked like it was on the ground, but I don't see it now. Let's try and get over to the 360 marker, head north. There we go. That wasn't too hard. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with the SAS on, the whole thing sort of steers like it's on something. Gain a little bit of altitude. Because the mountains make me nervous. And how we doing on our approach back to KSC? We're doing alright, I guess. Let's take a look at the map. That might help. Not really. Because you can't see KSC on there. And the map is not really designed for being in at that close zoom level. Alright, I think this is the landing strip. Right here. It's gonna go a little bit further, and then I'm gonna start banking around towards it. That's also level out. I don't want to be gaining any more altitude, because I don't want to have to bleed all that off. Okay, we're actually losing some now, so I guess that's okay. I'm gonna pull up just a tad. Alright, let's go ahead and pull over here. Get on the 90. And hopefully have some success here. See, now this is the problem that I'm running, speech. This is the problem I was running into before, where it's kind of fighting me. We're getting it now. Now it's smoothing out. Let's try that. See what it stabilizes to. Perfect. Now let's pull up. I want to get maybe on the 10 or 15 degree pitch line. Okay, we're a little off the runway. I turned a little soon, it looks like. Let's see how much we can just yaw our way over in that direction. Not super well, but it seems to kind of be doing it. I don't know, this spaceplane thing, just planes in general, I can't even call this a spaceplane, because there's no way this was getting through space. But just the planes portion of this game seems so much more difficult than the rocketry portion, which seems a little bit backwards to me. There's a roof breaker landing. Rock breaker. It's a different profession entirely. Alright, let's see if we can't get lined up with this. I'm gonna drop throttle to 2/3. Whoa, sheesh, it's like jerking all over the place. Calm down, Jeb! Okay, we are way too high. Okay, turn, turn, turn. I imagine that real-life test flights go a heck of a lot better than this. Okay. Let's get the landing gear down. We're just gonna have to... Oh! Pull up, pull up! Okay, that's better. That's better. We're just gonna aim for a flat spot out here somewhere. Gonna keep the nose up a little bit and just glide on in. Not an ideal landing, but I'm too nervous to swing around and try again with this particular vessel. Oh no! Man, we must have been going way too fast. Oh, we got something still flying. Oh, never mind. We got one piece that survived. One of the intakes apparently survived. Ah, yeah, the spaceplane thing, not so much Jeb's expertise at this point. So I think next time we're just gonna stick with doing rockets. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the better bet. Alright, well thank you guys very much for watching this brief foray into space planes. Perhaps later on in the tech tree, as our science unlocks more of the space plane game, we'll give it another try, but until then, we're gonna stick to shooting things into space. Thanks very much for watching, see you next time!